The Rams are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock.
The Cardinals have made their selection, and it's Carr.
Until his pro day, most people thought this kid was purely a blocking tight end. But when the scouts showed up to see what else he could do, they were surprised by what they saw. For a big guy, he's incredibly athletic. His 40 time and vertical places him near the top of his class. When it came time for passing drills, he looked like a natural, adjusting his body and making every catch. I was even told that some throws were scripted to make the big guy go up high, showing off that red zone potential that every quarterback loves. After that pro day, it's no surprise to see him get drafted here.
Before I say goodbye, I'd like to say good day. And I hope you say goodbye when they ask was it worth for you to pay. For my music, for press and play, for all the stress that went into my songs, my love and hate. The most honest I could be with you to date is to say thank you, Shady, for letting me be me with no hoes barred. Thank you for the chance to enhance this old car. This old job, and there's but 2 fine lines on a blank sheet, but so far, these 2 lines point directly to my home on the mothership sonar. Valet UFOs, I go park. The dirty South needs a soap bar in the mouth of these MCs, but who am I to judge on what they love? I guess they enjoy being broken co-stars. And I'm soaking so hard from the sweat that I could take my clothes off. And the whole yard should sit back and shake the dough off. But I'm already gone. I got a vision like Teller songs in an envelope like letters green, money, loan. Wolf packs in the cow's home. I'll keep making these albums. Yeah, you might have heard of Dial's home, but I was on the other line when I hung up the phone. I send a postcard when I leave and think about you when I dream. And when I'm up under the high beam.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Thank you for the heat of light and life provider, son of Diane. Yeah, I come a long way from Dixieland. Take my hand.
Pick's been made. Let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about the player.
It's always great to see a running back win the Heisman. It's like a sign that the old ways of ground and pound haven't completely vanished. He was a pure workhorse for the team and accounted for well over 60% of its total offensive production. Remove him from the team, and I strongly believe it wouldn't have finished at the top of its conference. And now he has the chance to carry the ball at the next level, and this team just got a gem of a player. We'll see if he becomes its primary ball carrier right from the start, or if it incorporates him into a running back by committee system.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Grown up, let be like a grown up, toned up, let the talk, I'm a gone hush. Just like Daddy taught me when I didn't have one. Now I'm happy for him, cause he got a bad one. I popped out of
Now the Kellys off the board, Adam. What do you have on him?
Well, there isn't much to say other than this kid was born to run. He's the spitting image of his father, a nationally ranked sprinter in several major events, and highly recruited by every major college. However, unlike his dad, he chose to pursue a career in football, and so far that decision is paying off. He may not be gold medal fast, but he has the speed and quickness to cause fits for the opposing team. He's the type of player you like to see out in the open field where he can make moves a lot of other players can't. The coaches are going to love having his speed at their disposal.
Adam, what can you tell us about the Raiders' newest player?
Like football, rugby's a sport that's played with guys of all shapes and sizes. In his case, he was one of the big guys pushing and pulling blocks in the center of the pitch. He was playing rugby for a university in Australia before he was recruited to transfer and play football for 2 seasons here in America. His first year was spent adjusting to the game, getting used to the different rules and how to play his position properly. The guy even had to adjust how he tackled now that he had to wear pads and a helmet. But his second year is really where we started to see what he could potentially do. He's a physical player at the line of scrimmage. The team was able to pick up a good addition to its line with a bit of an interesting history.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Now that he's off the board, Adam, tell us more about Mosley.
This kid is an explosive defensive talent. Sadly for fans of college football, his career came to an abrupt end after he suffered a grade 3 groin tear while attempting to make a tackle. After surgery, weeks of intensive, platelet-rich plasma therapy, and months of strength training of the affected area, he looked like his old self when he took the field for his pro day. Some scouts in attendance even felt as though he looked stronger and faster than before the injury. I'd expect him to get reps with the first-team defense come training camp, and don't be surprised to see him starting in Week 1.
Suspended animation.
How come nobody's at the podium? That's because both teams are right now working on a trade.
The Colts are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Chargers are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock.
Chillin', rubber band stacks to the ceiling, and on, yes, the crew stay winning. Chillin', rubber band stacks to the ceiling, and on, yes, the crew stay winning. Chillin', rubber band stacks to the ceiling, and on, yes, the crew stay winning.
Split stacks with tearing it up. I can't put the gut, I make them a chucker. Come through like disco disaster. I set the pace to make it go faster. Up the party, you came to the Barbie, I'm back to the Harley. I'm nasty and gnarly, I'm hot like umami. I'm hopping Bugattis, I'm sorry, not sorry.
The Rams are now on the clock.
I'm showing up. Roll 'em up. Let's blow it up. I'm riding out of worth. I'm riding out of worth. Blow 'em up. I'm showing up.
The Titans are now on the clock.
Let's blow it up. I'm riding out of worth. I'm riding out of worth.
Chillin', rubber band stacks to the ceiling, and on, yes, the crew stay winning. Chillin', rubber band stacks to the ceiling, and on, yes, the crew stay winning.
The Giants are now on the clock.
And on, yes, the crew stay winning. Chillin'. Rubber band stacks to the ceiling. And on, yes, the crew stay winning.
I'm back once again, I'm a renegade. I left play, I'm a renegade. I popped up to slay on a renegade. It can be sweet, take a renegade. I am the enemy, you ain't a friend of me. Killing them steadily. So heavenly voices of melody. Your destiny, think that you're ready, baby, you better be. Baby,
The Eagles are now on the clock.
oh, shimmy, shimmy, yeah, with the bob. Zippity, dippity, doo, showing up, say ooh loud. Roll 'em up like poo. Let's blow it up. I'm riding out of riff.
The Seahawks are now on the clock.
Roll 'em up like poo. I'm showing up, say ooh loud. Roll 'em up like poo. Let's blow it up. I'm riding out of riff. I'm riding out of riff. Zippity, dippity, doo, die.
Chillin', rubber band stacks to the ceiling. And on, yes, the crew stay winning. Chillin', rubber band stacks to the ceiling. And on, yes, the crew stay winning. Chillin', rubber band stacks to the ceiling. And on, yes, the crew stay winning. Chillin', rubber band stacks to the ceiling. And on, yes, the crew stay winning.
I know I can't afford
I see both teams filling out cards. You know what that means? We've got a trade.
to be your finger. I know I can't afford to stop for one moment. Till it's too soon.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I heard Run DMC on the radio.
The Bengals are now on the clock.
In velour, popping and locking on the cardboard. Fell in love with hip hop, no question. DJ cut the rugged, I get aggressive. Furious vibe, you get the message. Shut it down like I ain't paid no electric. I'm like BB up in the party. I wanna jump up and be somebody. Charlie Holmes, I got tabs on mommy. She gon' my colleagues. Wasabi hot, look at 'em. I'm full of fire like the McCracken. Stay on tour on Euro, I'm racking. Be in the hood where your navigate mapping. Twerk that girl, this the one like the I'm give you 90 B-boy, keep the elements hot. Make them back spin the windmill. GOH, haters, a DOA. A young boy what I used to be. Now I'm all grown up, I'm a boss. Waving like that, come with me because
I know I can't afford to stop for one moment. 'Cause I'm just out of reach of your finger. I know I can't afford to stop for one moment. Till it's too soon.
let's go.
Used to rock an MP3. Before that, hot tracks and MTV.